Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 8th day of October. Here we go. So a couple of laws about Mashiv Haruach and Morid Hagashim. We have switched over to saying that in our Shmona Esreis ever since Shmini Atzeres. And basically, it does not mean that we've switched over the other part where we say V'sein Talamata Liracha. That's where we ask for rain. We're not asking for rain yet because we're not officially in the rainy season yet. But what we're doing is mentioning God's power of rain, and therefore we start saying Mashiv Haruach and Morid Hagashim on Shmini Atzeres. Okay, so it's said, if you're familiar with this Shmona Esrei and all that stuff, you know that it goes right before Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed. That's where we insert Mashiv Haruach in the bracha, talking about God's powers and strengths. Okay, if you forgot to say it, then you do need to repeat the Shmona Esrei because it's a powerful mention of God's powers that belong there. Without having said that in its proper place, it's like your Shmona Esrei was missing something, and therefore you'd have to repeat the Shmona Esrei. Interestingly, if you're one of those people that said Morid Hatal all summer long, then you had been mentioning all summer long the power of how God brings dew and everything. And if you forgot to insert Mashiv Haruach and Morid Hagashim, you probably, most likely, said your old habit, which was Morid Hatal. And interestingly, Morid Hatal suffices as an insert there for mentioning one of the powers about how God brings liquid to the planet. So if you're a person who had been saying Morid Hatal all summer, forgot what you didn't insert Mashiv Haruach and probably inserted Morid Hatal instead, guess what? You don't have to repeat your Shmona Esrei because you mentioned one of the powers of how God brings liquid to the world, and you're done with that. So all of you people who say Morid Hatal, you're in good shape because even if you forget, you probably said your old thing, and then you're covered. Now let's go back to you people who didn't say Morid Hatal all summer. So if you forgot, your Shmona Esrei needed to be repeated. But what if you remembered kind of quickly? So if you're still in the middle of the paragraph, then you can insert it in the Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed paragraph. If you have already started saying V'neman Atala HaChayos Mesim, then you're not done yet. You can still say Mashiv Haruach HaMorid Hagashim, and then start saying V'neman Atala HaChayos Mesim again. If you have said Baruch Atah Hashem Mechaya HaMesim, and you've ended the bracha where it belongs, you have one last chance, and you can insert Mashiv Haruach Morid Hagashim right there, because you haven't begun the next bracha. But once you've begun the bracha of Ata Kadosh, and you're already moved on in your Shmona Esrei, and you missed your shot at saying Mashiv Haruach Morid Hagashim, and you didn't insert Morid Hatal, then you'll need to be repeating the Shmona Esrei. Sorry about that. I hope that wasn't too complicated, because if you're not so familiar with Shmona Esrei, that probably sounded like a lot of Hebrew for you. So if you need to, ask your rabbi to explain what on earth all this meant, because it's an important detail for Shmona Esrei every day now. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.